Alright, we're back again. We're back again. If it's still laggy, I honestly don't know what to do. The settings are the same settings I've always had, so fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I think Streamlabs just hates me today. But Alex Fox Johnson is currently on provisional pole after his first lap, a 1:15.2, 2/10 quicker than his teammate, which is Huizenveld. I think that's how I learnt to pronounce it. But I may be saying that wrong, I'm not entirely sure. Daily reminder, Williams TP Alex Harris abuses his driver, refuses to pay them, provides his drivers with inadequate working conditions and equipment, used cheats to obtain his Jeddah time trial personal best. Interesting. Thank you for that information, Rory. Are we ever going to get the stream in 1080, or is that something not being looked at? Honestly, I wish we could.
It really depends on what PC you've got. I mean, the only person that streams 1080p is Connor. So,
see,
if you want 1080p streams, watch tier 2.
Yeah, thing is, my PC should be fine. It's just my internet that lets me down. I kind of live in the middle of nowhere. So, yes, I do try my best, but everything, I've tried all the settings, and I can't get it in a higher quality. So I do apologize. A tier 2 is a different host who has better internet than me. So, the stream just crashed on you. I hope that's not a me thing.
Yeah, I don't think it's a you problem. The stream's looking fine at the moment.
Alright. It better stay fine. Right, here we go. Hawkins, I think this is his first lap, and that puts him 5th, a 1:15.5 for 40 Hawkins. I know both the Alphas have a lot of pace in them, but haven't obtained the highest of finishing positions in the first 2 races, so I'm sure they'll be looking to improve on their championship standings. And I know Hamadir, you can see he's coming up the pits now actually. Dominic Hamadir, the Season 3 Tier 1 champion, was struggling a bit in the first 2 races. He was playing with racing line off, and I believe for Imola today, he's turned it back on. And I hear he's feeling good. So I would hope we'll be seeing some good things from him too. But here we are with Onik, the new AlphaTauri driver. I believe it's his debut race for Amethyst Racing. Coming around.
Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
I was just going to say, coming around the final corner, but he goes into the pits. So he's already 3rd, so he's got a good bank of lap in.
Yeah, this is Onik's debut race today. He is a Tier 1 reserve, but since Kevin Davies not racing today, he'll be replacing him. And
yes.
I believe there is another debut, Rolf van Loon. He is a Tier 1 reserve for Aston Martin, sorry, but he is racing today for Williams instead as online.
I saw someone earlier asking as well, or not really asking, but talking about the rivalry between Alex Fox Johnson and Miron Peel, Mercedes and AlphaTauri. These two have been very, very competitive over the last 2 races, and especially in Miami gave us some, oh my god, Las Barrage, just losing it coming out of Aqua Minerale. I think he took a bit too much curb there, or was a bit too experimental on the throttle, but that's his lap over. But anyway, as I was saying, Fox Johnson and Peel gave us some fantastic racing to watch in Miami. If you haven't seen that, do make sure to go watch it. And let's see if they can do the same here today. Peel currently in P4. I believe he's... No, he's not on a lap. He's aborted that one. Let's see how... I was about to say, let's see how Hamid is doing. But just as I switched to him, he has gone P2, sorry. And an interesting line through that first chicane.
He loves a bit of corner cutting, Hamid does. And there he goes again. Just absolutely going over the gravel like it's nothing. So he's lucky enough he's not colour signs, otherwise he'd be stuck there. But
I'm not sure a real F1 car could do that.
yeah, I mean, he's really defined the physics of Codemasters. But I mean,
hey,
do what we gotta do in
fair
terms
play
of
to him.
Don Canada.
He wants to get around fast to go back in the pits, and he's efficient with his time. You can't argue that. Max Housley now actually 1:15.3, so beats Hamid by 4 hundredths exactly. Actually, put himself P2 and only a tenth, less than actually, behind Alex Fox-Johnson. So we know Housley is a very, very fast driver, especially in qualifying. And Haas also with the World Constructors Championship last season, and they're looking pretty strong in Tier 2 and Tier 3 this season too. So I'm sure himself and Haas will be looking for some good results. So I believe Adam Jack here is not on a push lap.
I believe your other driver, Forky Hawkins, is though.
Let's see how he does. Let's ride on board with him. Ripping the fluorescent green helmet looks like today. I feel like on stream we don't really pay that much attention to people's helmets. I feel like we should more.
Give some more helmet love.
Yeah, exactly. But here we go, coming down to the penultimate corner. And he's been keeping it very, very clean through Sector 3. We didn't see quite how his first 2 sectors went, but let's see how he does. And it actually is good enough for provisional pole, snatches it away from Onik, right as he takes it from Fox Johnson. Well, that's a 1:15, 1:7, so about 400th quicker than Onik. Very, very nice lap for Hawkins.
Quite a nice lap for there from Forgy. I mean, if other drivers keep the same pace up as Forky, we could see could see some drivers going to the high for 14 seconds or the high 1:14s.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised with these guys, and especially as the track evolves, the rubber's put down nearer the end of the session. I'm sure we might see that. But here we are with Connor Ratcliffe, very close to going out of track limits. It looks like there, but down into Aqua Minerale and gets a nice exit there. The Alpine just pulling off to the side, as he should. And that's actually a purple sector 2, it looks like. I know it can be a little buggy, the track map and the sector times, or colours rather, but we'll take it at its word for now. Purple sector 2 for Connor Ratcliffe, coming down to the final 3 corners. And back on the throttle all the way to the line. Let's see where this puts him. Currently P9, looking to improve, and P6, just behind his teammate, by 200ths. I imagine there's going to be a little bit of rivalry between the 2 McLarens today. Both feel confident around this track and will be wanting to out-qualify each other. And Connor's also learned from everything in his corner cutting ways. Fair enough.
Yeah, looks like Connor has learned from Hamid's corner cutting technique. So both McLarens are using it to their full advantage today.
So that is, if I say it right, Huenveld? Huenveld? I've forgotten it already. He did tell me before the stream. Coming into the pits, currently P7. I believe this is his debut race as well. I think
Yeah,
there are a few
yeah,
drivers
it is.
who are on their debut races. Let's get back with Barrage. Well, I'm probably saying his name wrong too. I do apologise.
All right, something like that.
Is it Barry? And he
I
just
have no
invalidates
idea.
her, actually. He did
A lot
take
of
that apex quite aggressively. So I'm not surprised he
yeah,
invalidated.
I think he just went over instead of round it. But you know, I guess he'll just go for another lap then.
Yeah. I mean, he span on his first lap, didn't he? And he's invalidated that one. Obviously, he's got one in between somewhere. Currently P10 for him. I think we should do something...
Interesting.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, it's been quite interesting to see what the strategies are like because from what we saw last season, you know, obviously, if you qualified in top 10, you have to use the tire you started on. But we saw a lot of long stints on the mediums. That was very surprising last season. I remember, I think it's about 3 drivers in tier 2 that went at least like 20 laps.
I think
Like
it was done first at tier 1 actually. And then some of the tier 2 drivers decided to emulate that. Adam's in chat saying it's good to see the Williams drivers in the league emulating the IRL Williams pace. That's very harsh, Quincy. Very, very harsh. I think there's only one Williams actually racing today though. This Barrage.
yeah, there is. Yeah, only one there.
But here we go. Let's ride on board with Archie Britton on his, I believe, his third lap. The qualifying session just under 2.5 minutes now, so probably the last lap or two for some drivers. I know Britain last season actually was placed into tier 1 after being too dominant in tier 2 for the first few races, and he then did start to struggle a little bit until I went ooh and just overcooks that coming through the chicane there, and that's his lap invalidated.
Almost did a shot of the clock.
Yeah, very nearly.
But as he slows down to let one of the Avtaris pass.
So Jakob Adamjak now on his probably final lap of the session. Let's see how he does. And Forgy Hawkins actually a 1:15.0, 2 tenths to P2 currently. A great lap from him. I'm sure Hamadir will be looking to respond to that. He's currently on his outlap. Be great to see another Alfa Romeo pole position today.
I've just realised all cars are on track, so it's going to continue to be very chaotic out here.
Yeah, making sure you get out of the way for other drivers if you're not on the lap. Very, very important. And can be penalised for it actually. Usually between 3 and 5 grid place penalties, so you certainly don't want to be picking something up which can be easily avoided. I think that's a Red Bull actually in Sector 2, just coming out of the hairpin, has spun round. I think that might be Archie Britton, or it might be Van Loon, I'm not sure, but Adam Jack's lap there puts him P6. He does have time for another lap. Whether his tyres are going to be up to that, I'm not sure, but we'll catch back up with him later. Onik now taking pole position, 2 hunters quicker than Falcons, and Adam Jack spins out, coming through the first chicane. As Adam Jack P6 at best for qualifying, he's going to be gutted with that. Housley as well, he's done P5 at most for him. And let's ride on board with Connor Ratcliffe. Currently P7, and I know he's going to be looking for more than that. Really giving it everything here on his final lap, trying to pick up the slightest slipstream from that slow-moving Williams. Oh, and just on the exit, overcooks it. Didn't invalidate, but that's certainly not going to help his time. Alex Fox Johnson now into the 114s, 114.9 for him. He's looking like he might be taking pole here, but Onik and Hawkins both do have another lap in them. That's Conor Ratcliffe over and P8. And Hamadir puts himself P2. So Onik and Hawkins now really looking to make up those last few places. Let's see how Onik does. And he's invalidated. Onik is staying P3. Let's see if Hawkins can move up any positions. And he's invalidated too. So it looks like the others are coming into the pits. It looks like that's going to be our qualifying done here. So Alex Fox Johnson taking pole position. And the only driver to make it into the 114s.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very chaotic end towards the end of the qualifying session. All 20 cars out on track and everyone trying to get the fastest lap and push as hard as they can. But Alex Fox Johnson has conquered and come out on top. We're taking pole position with a 114.932. So got one driver into the 114s. But, you know, that's everyone else did. You know, everyone's quite close, you know. Everyone from where is it? P14 down to P1 is within a second of each other.
Yeah.
So quite close qualifying.
And only about 2 seconds between. Only about 2 seconds between the entire grid too. So yeah, very very closely matched field. And Peel as well, who's placed P10. I was expecting Peel to perform slightly better in this qualifying. Maybe it's his race pace that makes up for it.
I believe he had span bound. What sessions? You know, it goes into dip, then into right hand upwards.
Aqua Minerale.
Yeah. I believe he was spun in down there in Aqua Minerale and invalidated his lap. So that really compromised him. Well, not really compromised him, but you know, that was the end to his qualifying. But yeah, there we go. Fox Johnson taking first, taking pole. Hamdir second. Onik on his debut in third. Hawkins fourth. Hoosveld fifth. Halsey sixth. Amjak seventh. Connor Ratcliffe eighth. Bobo ninth and Peel 10th. So those are your top 10. And the rest has followed.
Great. So we do actually know. Gameplay, please. Yeah, I was getting there. I was getting there.
Someone's really ready up. I forgot to mention that. That's one of the things I should have mentioned.
Oh, and the briefing.
Something Luke Martin's very keen of saying.
Should have had Luke Martin up there with us. And all the drivers should know as well. It's no formation lap. As well. I heard my name. What we're saying? I was saying we should have had you up here, Martin. You know, tell everyone in the. Well, do we usually get Martin up in the briefings? We do, don't we?
No, but it's just he'll sometimes come up. And the thing you mentioned is about the rallying up.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. All right, here we go. Hopefully that was enough time for everyone to get their setups on. Remember, no formation lap, and the lights coming on straight away this time. And a little bit of a hold, but away we go. Everyone getting away nicely, and Fox Johnson gets away well. Onik going to try attack round the outside maybe, but Hawkins actually going for a move on Onken up into P2 for him. Side by side coming through the first chicane for the both of them. No contact so far. Now Romeo has to cut through that chicane there to avoid contact. Adam Jack down into P9, and Adam Jack spun. Adam Jack is spun. Adam Jack is down. Is that contact between the Alpha and the McLaren? I'm not sure. Jahavzo now fighting out with Woodenberg near the back, and I can see a little bit of a gap forming already. Let's have a quick look down how we're doing. Here we are with Archie Britton in 10th place, and actually let's get this stuff up so we kind of know roughly what we're talking about, and we can have a look at the gaps. There you go. So Barrich has had a great start. P up 7 places, sorry, for him, especially after having that 5 place. And as we know, Hawkins moved up into P2 on that overtake onto Onik in the first chicane. And seem to have quietened down a little bit now. These guys just kind of trying to find their moment. Jensen Jolly as well didn't have the greatest of qualifyings, but he's up 5 places. And Alex Fox Johnson has survived the first lap. And there is a yellow flag sector 3. That's a Red Bull. That's
Rolf van Loon.
Rolf van Loon spun round in the penultimate corner. Not good news for him. And I think that was a Williams of Barrage, who might have span out at the first chicane. He cut that, it looked like. Wasn't entirely sure why, but he's lost 2 or 3 positions now because of it. It's quieting down now a little bit. Hugh... Oh god, I'm gonna have to try to say the name again. Huenveld? Dutch driver. Can't say his name, I do apologise. Because of Hamadir's penalty, he's started in 4th, and a few of the guys near the top have moved up because of that, but Hamadir's made up a place, which he'll be happy to know, and it's a shame we didn't get to see what happened to Connor, because Connor started P8, I believe it was. Now he's down into P17, so it's a shame we didn't get to see what happened to him.
It looks like Fox Johnson's making a quite nice and comfortable gap so far on Hawkins, and race control DNS enabled, but 4G is kind of well, yeah, it's almost 2 seconds away from Fox Johnson. And surprisingly, actually, Archie Britton is the only driver to start the soft compounds, rest on the mediums and hards, and Rolf van Loon is coming into the pits. Oh, did I see a bit of rain? Am I seeing things?
I don't know, but rain would
come back onto mediums.
Rain would certainly make it interesting. But it is looking cloudy again. I mean, we said that in the quali, but there might be more of a chance for some raindrops to fall here. So yes, interesting. Britain opted for the softs. I wonder how he's going to make that work. He's in P9 and he's currently stuck in a bit of traffic. I'm sure if he was in some free air, he would really put those softs to good use. We have a yellow flag. I'm trying to figure out who that yellow flag is. I think that's an Aston Martin of Woodenberg at the 3rd chicane there. Just got here, what did I miss? So Adam Jack and Ratcliffe, we didn't quite catch it on stream, so we don't know exactly what happened to them, but they both spun out. Fox Johnson started on pole and he's kept it so far. Hamadir and Barrage both had 5 place grid penalties. I think that's about it. You're about caught up. In terms of overtakes, the start has been rather tame, but Jaharvazol on lap 4, picking up 3 seconds already. Certainly not going to be helping him. And it is looking like quite quiet so far. I've got to say, I mean, Imola isn't necessarily bad for its overtakes. Everyone just kind of falling into their rhythm now.
I mean, yeah, it was quite nice and easy start. Obviously, we've had Glasgow races in Miami in Australia, sorry, but the starts there are quite chaotic. And you know, turns 1 and 2 at Imola, especially with the whole grid going through, it's not you know, you think something's going to happen, but surprisingly, you know, nothing really happens. A couple of drivers have to cut the corner, but besides that, it's been a decent start so far. The only real collisions we've had is, I believe, between Adam Jack and Conor Ratcliffe.
Here we go. A move from Huis de Veld coming into turn 2 here. And I think he's made that move on Hamadir and Halsey. I've found it quite hard to see what actually happened there. Maybe he's defending from the both of them, but straight down the inside into that chicane for him and stays ahead of these two. And now Peel going to have a go at Hamadir round the outside of the hairpin. And he's going to get ahead coming up this steep hill here. Hamadir back down to 7th, where he started. So yeah, this kind of pack in the middle. You can see there's a bit of a gap to the top 3, 3 seconds already, and there's a yellow flag. That's another Aston Martin.
That was Jensen Jolly, and he's spun himself round.
Jensen Jolly. So
16th.
that's both Aston Martins now involved in a spin since the start of this race. Both of them in the bottom 3. And Rory Bates, I know, won't be very happy with this. He is very confident about his 2 gyros today. But there's still plenty of time. It's a 32-lap race. 6 laps in. Anything can happen.
Looks like Mirapil's make the move on the inside of Max Halsey. Just gets through the corner, and Hamadir is going to try to sneak down the inside. Hamadir's gone off the track. Now it looks like Bobo's going to try and make a move on Max Halsey, and he does, and he's up to 6th now. Nice, this middle pack here.
Oh, that's a McLaren spun. That's Hamadir. He's gone. He's lost it himself. And Chilled, it nearly comes out in the way of his teammate there. But Hamadir down into P15 now. Lost all of his progress. That's the yellow flag for Hamadir. Terrible news for him. Not what he needs. Both the Aston Martins and the McLarens not enjoying themselves currently at the start of this race. Adam Jack getting past Conor Ratcliffe now. Puts him into P12.
And Fox Johnson is making a very, very good gap so far. Made up 3 seconds already on Fox Johnson. On 4G, sorry. 4G Hawkins. So, good stuff for Fox Johnson and Mercedes.
Yeah, 3 seconds already. That's he's going to be comfortable with that, but no time to get complacent.
And Peel's going to try down the outside of Hughesveld, sorry. And he does. Just gets past him before the first corner, and that is Peel up into 4th, sorry.
Both the AlphaTauris up into P3 and P4. I know Sam Collett will be very happy with that. Who is it who's leading the Tier 1 Championship? Is it AlphaTauri? I can't quite remember off the top of my head.
I feel like it's either AlphaTauri or Mercedes, so I can do a quick fact check for you.
But it's looking like at the moment it might be another Mercedes versus AlphaTauri, just this time with an Alfa Romeo in the mix.
So for Tier 1 currently, yes, Peel is currently leading the standings with 48 points, with Fox Johnson behind him with 40. And Mercedes are leading the constructors with 55 points, and AlphaTauri behind them with 48 points. So, so far it's AlphaTauri Mercedes battle.
Yeah, well, I mean, these guys have just got to hold it together, keep their composure. And Davidson having a little bit of a moment coming out the penultimate corner. He does hold it nicely. And it looks like Hawkins, although he's 3 seconds down on Fox Johnson, he's managed to get out of the DRS of Onik, who's behind. So that's going to really help him. Might make him feel a bit more comfortable, doesn't have to worry so much about the pressure from behind. And I wonder if...
You sort of think maybe, you know, he may want to slow down a bit for Onik so they could slingshot each other basically, but you know, whether really works best for 4G.
Yeah, and Conor Ratcliffe has managed to find himself ahead of Adam Jack again. Battle for P12, it would seem. And both the Aston Martins still at the back struggling. Jolly 6 seconds behind Hamadir. So they're going to have to pull something out the bag or hope for a safety car at this point, I think. Well, time to drink up. Gooby the Doge has redeemed a hydrate. Alright, I've got you. I've got you. There you go. Hydrated up just in time to see Adam Jack with his DRS on the pit straight. on Connor Ratcliffe. Now, I know Connor favours the more top-end speed, so he might survive this with a bit of ERS, and I think he's going to. No attempt for a move from Adam Jack coming into turn 1 there, not quite close enough for him. Where's this high jump being sent? Oh, no, I did it, don't you worry, don't you worry. But yeah, it looks like everything at the moment just kind of settling down. At the moment, it's really only Davidson and Britton and Ratcliffe and Adam Jack you can see on the left side there with the timings. Trying to chase each other down. But the gap's kind of staying quite consistently. Oh, and it looks like we joined just in time to see Britton go slightly wide, coming out of that corner there, but not quite enough for Davidson to squeeze past. Let's see if Davidson can focus on a good exit here. And oh, that's Britton actually, lap 10. Of course, Britton is the only driver on softs. He's going to be pitting now, and I would assume for a pair of hards, but we may see a 2-stop from him. I doubt he'll try go to the end on mediums. So let's see what he's going to actually, but I gotta say, I think starting on softs was the wrong call for Britton. I really do.
Yeah, he's gone to the mediums, so looks like it's going to be two stop friend. There's no way he can do 22 laps on those.
I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll see something.
There's a spin in sector 1, and I believe that is the Alpine of Andre de Hozel, and that's for him all the way down to the back in 16th, with Archie Britton just coming out the pits, going to chase him up now and gets past of him. So very unfortunate there for Andre de Hozel.
Yeah, I mean, we could see he was struggling right from the get-go. Qualified in last place.
He span it again. Comment. And Jensen Jolly picks up a 3-second time penalty, and Andre de Hozel's left the session. So hopefully comes back, but who knows?
Interesting. Yeah, I wonder. You got to wonder if that leaving of the session was out of rage, but who knows? There might have been technical issues. We'll see if he rejoins. But Davidson now under attack from Barrage, and we just missed the move coming into the first chicane. But he does get ahead, and Davidson might try have another go here. Not into this chicane, that's very risky to go side by side in. And it looks like Barrage has managed to keep that position up into P8 for him. These two both on the medium compounds as well. Alex is just goated. I mean, it would sure seem that way. He's 5.5 seconds ahead of P2 at the moment. So just extending his gap at the moment. And he's doing a very, very good job. Let's hope he can maintain that throughout the rest of the 21 laps. And another battle now between these two. Adam Jack this time getting ahead of Ratcliffe. First time we've seen a move from this pair in the last few laps. And let's see now if Adam Jack on the hard tyre compound with some clean air, if he can extend the gap, try and get Connor out of his DRS, as of course Adam Jack isn't in anymore. And Forgy actually, lap 12, has come into pit. Forgy, he started on the mediums, so maybe pitting on lap 12, I feel like they're still a little early, but maybe he's going to the hards and going to try the undercut on Fox Johnson. Let's see if it pays out for him. He's come out in some fresh air, so he should be able to put them some good use, hopefully.
And Fox Johnson, if he continues up with this pace, he's not too far away from Van Loon, so we can possibly see Van Loon being lapped here soon. Obviously, that's the worst thing Red Bull want to happen. But you know, if Fox Johnson keeps up this incredible pace he's got, then you know, it was soon to be.
Yeah, and once you get overtaken in this game, the blue flags don't particularly like you. And it's very, very hard to come back from that. Johnson Jolly picking up another 3 seconds. I think that's 6 in total. P14 for him with 6 seconds. It's not looking great. But of course, there's always the chance that the penalties are unfair.
Oh, and Onik actually pitting now on lap 13 to coming in. And he's coming up to the hard compound, I believe, off from the medium. So
I think
he's gonna come out around 11th.
I think Onik must just be trying to cover off what 4G is doing in the Alfa Romeo. But we might see a move here from Adam Jack. Not quite. Very, very close to Conor Ratcliffe's rear bumper. Conor must be feeling the pressure now.
How's there's a spin.
There's a spin. That's an Alpha Tauri. That's Onik. Is that Onik?
Yeah, Onik has span. Now he's down into 14th. Obviously, onto the hard tyres. They're not warmed up. It's, take a couple laps to warm up. So, no idea what happened there. But yeah, he has span. Now down to 14th. That's
terrible, terrible news for Onik. After trying to make his strategy pay off, pitting a little bit early, covering off Hawkins in the Alfa Romeo. He's span on his cold tyres. So that's going to really hurt him. Down into P14 for him. Obviously, when everyone else pits ahead of him, he will come up a few positions, but that's still going to hurt him. Here we go. Again, Ratcliffe, no DRS still. And I think that's McKeever for Ferrari coming into the pits now on lap 14. Adam Jack wasn't close enough last lap. But let's see if he can make it work this time. ERS and DRS. And there's a yellow flag, sector 1. That's a Williams, it looks like. I think that's Barrage, it is. Barrage span at the exit of turn 3, looks like. In the gravel trap for him. So it's interesting, we're seeing a few spins now from some of the drivers around lap 14. Whether they're on new cold tyres or old, slightly less grippy tyres. It's to be expected. Barrage, I just running for you. I was going to beat you for that.
Oh, and Adam Check goes quite deep there. That's going to cost him a couple temps, and that's going to really help Conor in the fight to stay P6.
Yeah, I mean, if Conor can get Adam Jack out of his DRS, that's just going to be great for him. Hamide getting past Barrage now as well.
And looks like Julian Bobo, reserved for Ferraris, come to the pits, come to some brand new hard.
Oh, and that's Barrage. He span again. Barrage is span again at the last corner. He's really given his tyres a hard time with all the spinning, and he's coming into the pits now. And he's spanning the pit lane. He's retired.
And that's me a safety car.
That is a safety car. Wow.
Work out perfectly for Fox Johnson if he decides to pit.
I mean, you'd have to be crazy not to pit, surely. He's on the mediums as well.
I mean, he's going to have to go onto the hards though, because you can't say one compound the whole race, and that's unfortunately Barrage's race over. Managed to spin in the pit lane, something I've done in quali many times before. So that's going to be very unfortunate for Barrage.
We must see Fox Johnson come in here. 14 lap old mediums.
Surely not.
What is he? What's he doing?
He's not. Is he going to go in? He doesn't go in.
Oh,
and Jehovah's was out of the session as well. He's DNF'd.
I think Jehovah's DNF'd on the pit entry too. I think what happened was Jehovah's DNF'd in the pit entry and it was blocked, so Fox Johnson couldn't get in. I think that's actually what happened. That's actually
Conor Ratcliffe with a 50. Just got a 5-second penalty for speeding pit lane.
That's
so
actually
this is worked up.
No, it's terrible for Fox Johnson now. He wasn't able to pit, and he really, really needs to pit.
This is perfect for Miran Peel, who was also in the championship fight. Who was basically got a free pit stop now.
Yeah, I mean Peel, especially with Fox Johnson's misfortune, with that pit stop being blocked by Jehovah's he's in a great position. Because it seems like this safety car isn't going around fast enough for Fox Johnson to keep his P1 if he pits. But who knows, we'll see. I'd imagine Peel will catch up before he can get out of the pits again with his fresh set of tyres on, but I don't see any other choice for Alex. I think he's got to do it either way.
And Rolf van Loon, I don't know if you can hear us, but he's going to have to keep him going. He's slowing down, and Hughes Veld has gotten a 5-second penalty for overtaking him. So,
so he actually got a penalty for overtaking on the safety car.
Yeah, overtaking someone who's right. Well, yeah, overtaking a lap driver. Sorry.
Interesting. Well, we might see an investigation on that. But I mean, we got to see Alex come in. Surely he's going to have to. No, he's going to stay out on the mediums. I'm not sure.
That's, I mean, obviously, if you ask me.
Pitting.
I mean, Sorry, you carry on.
I was going to say pitting, you know, when you on the second lap of the safety car like this, obviously it's not ideal whatsoever because you'll probably lose a lot of positions for it. But is staying out on the old tyres when everyone behind you has fresh tyres really a great idea? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I mean, you would think he would have pit. I mean, unless he's trying to go 22 laps or 20 laps or so on the median compound, stretch him out. But I mean, he's been under threat by a lot of drivers behind him. You know, he's shown us so far he's got good pace, but you know that doesn't always work out.
Yeah, I suppose you know, if he can make him last 5 laps or so after the safety car restart, he can come in for some softs for the last 10 laps and try make up some positions from that, but certainly that is not quite what he wants. Let's actually go to a quick replay of. Hopefully the replay is working. Coming into the pits now. We do, so we can see.
And he's spanning the pit lane.
The pits there.
He's retired.
I don't know how he's lost that. I'm not going to lie to you. I really don't know how he's lost that. Okay, the slow-mo replay is not working, so let's not show that one. But yeah, very, very interesting. That's yeah, and then for Jehovah's Ult to do it as well on the same lap under safety car conditions. Wow, yeah, I mean, we haven't seen that before. Production quality buggers. I can't tell if that's sarcastic because the slow-mo was like not working. I mean, it's very easy to fix, but I won't do it now on stream. Latifi Abu Dhabi 2021. Alright, so I can imagine we'll be seeing the safety car come in this lap. Everyone has caught up. 16 drivers now. We lost 2 of them in that safety car. And of course, oh God, I forget. I do this every time I say this name. I feel like it's not going to change. The Mercedes in P3, we'll go with that. He's got a 5-second penalty, as we pointed out earlier, so that's really going to hinder him. Maybe he can get it removed, I'm not sure. But I wouldn't count on it. So let's actually ride on board with Peel, I reckon, for the safety car restart. Fresh hards for him. And if he gets the warm-up right, which, you know, under safety car conditions with the new tyres, it can be quite hard to do. But you can see everyone now. A call's coming for the safety car in this lap. Fox Johnson now setting the pace. Just call the P3 Mercedes Dirk. Oh, that's a great idea. Alright, P3 Mercedes is going to be known as Dirk. Or is it Heisenveld? Is that it? Heisenveld? Yeah, I just forgot how you say it. So. Heisenveld. I can try and remember that. Right, Van Loon's retired. What's happened to Van Loon?
No idea.
Did he
He's
just have
pinned
enough?
into the wall.
No
He's pinned it
way.
into the wall.
No
He's
way.
selling George Russell.
He didn't pin it into the wall.
But
He,
green light. Let's ignore that and the green light. Here we go. Off racing. Fox Johnson's to be under threat here by Mir and Peel.
and a lot of chaos on the pitch straight. You could see, I think at one point we were 4 wide from that. And a lot of movement going around. Both the Alphas now in P5 and P6. Great restart for them. Bobo as well into P3. Heisenfeld losing out on that position, but it looks like he might be coming back. Around the outside, a little bit of contact. Looked like coming into the hairpin, but both drivers stay on track. And this might open up the door now to Adam Jack for the Ferrari. But let's have a little look at how we're doing behind us in the midfield. Connor Ratcliffe, P8, with a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He's got to worry about Britain behind. I can't believe that we lost we lost 3 drivers in 1 safety car, and 2 of them were for stupid stuff. I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. 2 of them was very, very silly stuff. But here we go. Coming on to lap 20 now. Fox Johnson's got to be wary about his tyres, but he's nearly got a second gap to Peel. So I don't know how he's managing it, but he's managing it very, very well. And here we go, Connor making a move onto Onik down the pit straight. No DRS needed for him. And Britain might be trying to size up a move, but not quite, coming into the first chicane here. Let's have a little look at how we're doing with Heisenfeld. Sounds a little bit like Heisenberg. Just Heisenfeld. I've watched too much Breaking Bad. But he's really chasing down Peel and P2. And looks like these guys at the back still super close together, getting super aggressive. And they're trying to chase down Max Housley. These two have had a fair share of battling in the past between the two of them. And Housley getting a good exit there. Not quite close enough, and probably not wise to go for a move in this chicane. Wolf said a bad word. What did I say? What that was bad? They're going to be screwed by Peel. Interesting. We'll see. But Fox Johnson, DRS has been enabled this lap, and he's out of the DRS of Peel. So Fox Johnson somehow on old 21 lap old mediums is maintaining a gap, but Fox Peel actually losing out position now to Heisenfeld, who's put himself back up into P2 behind his teammate. And Peel doesn't look like he wants to give that up easily. I think he's going to have to yield here. Mercedes looking very, very strong after this safety car restart. And now swapping her positions down in the midfield. Britain down to P10. And Housley moving up into P9. With his teammate not being so fortunate.
Fox Johnson is just absolute gaining. It's just gaining. I generally have no idea where he's got these pace from in these, 20 up old mediums now.
I mean, maybe the hards are still not quite in operating range. I really don't know. But he's done an amazing job on those mediums. And Davidson now picking up a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. I know I should say go Alpha, but I want Connor to move up. Duck, you're supporting the wrong team, alright? Supporting the wrong team. But here we go, hammered it. I wonder if we might see him go for a move here. He's got the ERS open. And he's got a massive pace advantage despite Britain having DRS as well. I can't get my words out. But Britain's not going to give it up. Side by side coming through the chicane. A little bit of a switchback from Britain. And just carries the momentum through the outside into turn 4. And still side by side for these two, but hammered it just backs out. Probably wise from him. And Britain keeps that P10 position, fighting for the points now. And Adam Jack, he's up into P4, gets past Bobo, as we thought he might a few laps ago. P4 for him now, and there's oh my god, Peel getting slightly pushed wide, and there's contact. Adam Jack and Peel make contact after Peel was pushed slightly wide by Dirk, and that's Onik retired from the session. We might see another safety car. I'm not entirely sure. That's a virtual safety car.
Oh, virtual.
Virtual safety car there. Oh no, it's full. The safety car's just come out of the pits actually. That's another full safety car.
Well, Fox Johnson does not come in. He is, and he does come in. Looks like he's going to be doing 10 laps on the softs. So this is kind of perfect.
Yeah, this safety car is perfect. Absolutely
perfect. And a lot of other
perfect for them.
people coming as well. Looks like it's going to be for softs.
Yeah, I mean, if you got that opportunity, why not take it? Adam Jack, 5-second penalty for speeding. Not what he needs right now. I mean, that contact with the AlphaTauri, it didn't look like it was his fault. The AlphaTauri just kind of got forced out a bit wide by Heisenfeld.
Oh, and the McLarens are double stacked.
Oh. The McLarens have got quite a bit of work to do in these remaining... I mean, it's going to be kind of 8 or 7 laps, I'd imagine, of racing when the safety car does go in. Luke saying that was Peel's fault. No. I think... I mean, I'd have to look at it again. I've tried to save a replay of it, but I'm not sure if we quite caught it in time. So let's actually have a look at the replay, see if we managed to catch it. I'm not entirely sure. That's a virtual safety car. No, we didn't.
Oh,
well, I didn't. Virtual safety car there. Oh no, it's full. The safety car's just come out of the pits actually. That's another full safety. But it looked like that one would have to be on Peel. But I'm not going to lie to you. Sam, can you help explain one thing to me?
What's up?
How in the hell is Jensen Jolly in P2?
Probably because, I mean, everyone else in front of him has pitted for the softs, and he's been an absolute wally, in my opinion, and stayed up on the hards when he's got a whole gang of people in the softs right behind him. So I know Jolly's good. You know, he's a good driver, but you know, if he thinks he can still compete with these other drivers. So I don't know why he just didn't come in as well. But you know,
I mean, I think it's probably sensible even, because I think he was quite far down the grid. And if he pits again, you know, he's going to still be, what, P13 maybe.
Oh, and Adam Jack's actually coming to the pits again, even though he's just pitted.
Wow, that's... Wait, did he just pit? Oh, he did just pit. What's happened to Adam Jack?
Oh, it looks like he had some wing damage, and he's serving his 5-second penalty as well.
So Adam Jack has is going to be having a lot of work to do after this safety car restart.
And McKeever's coming as well. Looks like he made a drive for or something, but that's very odd. They're both drivers, well, McKeever and Adam Jack have come in. But yeah, I think Adam Jack wants to get that 5-second penalty away.
I mean,
McKeever came in for.
Almost everyone ahead of him is on fresh softs. I think everyone is actually. And starting in P14 with maybe 6 or 7 laps to go, it's going to be a lot of work to make it up into the points. You can see the penalties here. So Heisenfeld with 5 seconds, Jensen Jolly with 6 seconds, Bobo with 3, Woodenberg with 5, and Davidson with 3. So whether any of them get removed or not, we'll have to wait and see.
I mean, I think you just have to be really careful with him. You know, it's not a track to... What's the word? Oh, and Hamadeh's got a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. No idea what it's about. Might have been for his Delta, but I'm not too sure. But safety car in the slab.
I'm not entirely sure what that was about, to be honest. Who knows? But yeah, someone's pointing out Hamadeh and Peel next to each other once again. But we're about to go racing again. So let's ride on board with Jolly. And Heisenfeld, he goes quite early coming out of that penultimate corner. And Jolly, contact with the Mercedes teammate. He's really forcing his elbows out. Not quite free ride into the chicane, but Jolly has to cut. Jolly has to cut the corner, and I think if this game gives us the right camera angle, Heisenfeld somehow survives turn 1. And Bobo finds himself into P2, so he's moved up 2 positions from the start. Fox Johnson stays in 3rd, and 4G Hawkins in P4 now. There's a yellow flag as Jensen Jolly and a Haas. So Jolly, after being in a great position, he somehow either had contact or span it on his own. I'm not entirely sure. But Davidson out as well, maybe that was connected. But Bobo now really chasing down, and it actually makes contact. Was Heisenfeld, goes into his rear bumper. Hopefully didn't give him any wing damage. And everyone, as they should, backs out of that move going into the chicane. But this pack at the front now, super close together. I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot of moves here. False pens probably. I wouldn't be surprised, but of course, with post-race time penalties, we might see some additional penalties too. Of course, DRS not open for the first 2 laps. Adam Jack picking up 3 seconds, not what he needs. And we might see Fox Johnson have a go onto Ferrari of Bobo, but Bobo is actually going to be going for it around Heisenfeld, round the outside into turn 1, inside for turn 2, contact between the 2 of them.
Fox Johnson gets past. Still too wide.
Fox Johnson somehow has come out of that exchange into P1, Bobo sticking P2, and Heisenfeld down into P3 now. These 3 up top just battling it out. And Fox Johnson has taken advantage of that. I'm not quite sure how he's managed to get back out in front, but he continues to surprise us. Someone's saying Bobo's mudded. He's still P2. He's still in a very, very good position. A lot of movement down in Sector 2 here in the midfield. Let's have a quick look at it. Has somehow Adam Jacks managed to move his way back up to P9, and a move now onto Hamadir, and there's contact between the 2 of them. Both have to take to the runoff, and Hamadir losing a front wing as well, it looks like. Hamadir picking up 5 seconds for corner cutting. I'm sure we'll see that removed. Oh my god, another safety car.
Christ. Sure, they're not going to pit. If you pit, Jesus Christ.
I mean, Hamadir and this Ferrari here, actually, of Makiva. Well, Makiva's fully missing a front wing. He's going to have to pit. And so is Adam Jack as well. Adam Jack having to pit again.
And so does Wendenberg. I hope I said that right.
So I think this is Adam Jack's 3rd stop, maybe. Has he got front wing damage? Yes, he does. Hamadir, though, with the front wing damage, didn't come in. Wow. So I'm pretty sure I did manage to get that one on replay. So let's see if we can take another look at it between Hamadir. Has somehow Adam Jacks managed to move his way back up to P9,
so you can
and a
see
move
coming
now
down
onto
the inside
Hamadir.
here.
And there's contact between the 2 of them.
It's
Both
hard
have
to
to
tell
take
what
to the
happens,
runoff.
actually. There's actually
in the
I've just
midfield.
noticed another Aston Martin.
Let's have a quick look at it.
He's
Has
spun
somehow
round at
Adam
the
Jacks
exit.
managed to
So
move
let's see
his
this
way
again.
back up to
Coming
P9,
down
and a
the
move
inside.
now onto Hamadir. And there's contact between the 2 of them. Both have to take to the
and it
runoff.
looks like
in the midfield.
The Alfa Romeo.
Let's have a quick look at it. Has somehow
Aston
Adam
Martin,
Jacks
I'm not
managed to
entirely
move his
sure.
way back up to P9, and a move now onto Hamadir. And there's contact between the 2 of them. Both have to take to the run here in the midfield. Right, well, from that angle, it doesn't look too great on the Alpha, but we'll have to wait and see how the investigation comes. We'll fix this. Fix what? What's broken? Oh, you need to mute the the replays has sound. Oh, I can't hear the sound on my end. Okay, I'll actually, now we're in a safety car. I might as well fix it. Right. I don't often speak publicly, however, I'm extremely angry. Alright, let's see if I can fix this replay sound. You know what? I'll do it at the end. I won't do it now. But Davidson picking up 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. penalty check, yes, we can certainly do that. And there's still quite a few drivers very, very far behind. So Jolly and Davidson both has penalties as well. So let's have a quick look at that. So Hamadir has 10 seconds, but remember, 5 of those seconds will get removed for that contact. So maybe that's why Hamadir didn't come into to pit with his front wing, because otherwise he would have to serve that 5 seconds. And then he wouldn't be able to get it removed again, so that might be why.
I mean, you could serve one of those 5 seconds, I believe, because he had got enough 5 seconds for speed in the pit lane, sorry.
Yeah, 5 of them was for speeding, I believe, but... I mean, maybe... I'm just trying to look at his front wing now. It doesn't actually look like he has any damage, so maybe the front wing piece I saw flying off was Adam Jack's. Not sure. It looks like one more lap of safety car, and then we're going to have a 3-lap shootout, or 4 laps, I think it might be actually. So it's very similar to Miami, where the safety car and the closing stages for a 3-lap sprint, essentially, at the end. And Davidson at the back with 8 seconds, Jolly with 6 seconds. Those two are going to have to pull out a miracle. So let's get a quick check on tyres as well, actually. See how everyone's doing. So the guys near the back on fresh softs, and Davidson, he's pitting again. I wonder if that's to get rid of some of his penalties, he's pitting so much. Maybe to try and hold up the safety car more, I'm not entirely sure. But his teammate Max Hauser in P5, in a good position so far. And remember, Heisenwald's only player on mediums, and they're old mediums too, so in these last 3 or 4 laps, he might begin to struggle against the softs, but I imagine near the end of this race, the softs are already on 6 laps. It's going to start dropping off, but they should be alright for the end. Alright guys, who's going to be winning this race? Let's see the predictions in chat. Alright, safety car is confirmed in this lap. Two for Fox Johnson so far.
And it just looks like Bobo and Fox Johnson are dancing together and very synchronized.
Yeah, it looks like the consensus is Fox Johnson at the moment, which is not a bad bet by any means. When's he going to decide to go though? That is the question. Is he going to do it early, late, somewhere in between? It looks like he's going now, very early for Fox Johnson. Has he caught out Bobo? I don't think he has. A little bit of a gap between the two, and Hawkins, a little slow to react on that restart, caught him out a little bit, and not so much action off of the start. These three here down the pit straight now. Britain very, very close to Max Hausley, going to go down the inside into turn 1. Space is given by Max Hausley, but he stays ahead. There's a yellow flag in the chicane. That's Ratcliffe span out, and I think I saw him reset to track. I'm not entirely sure.
Is that a cheeky 15-second penalty?
It might be, but that's very, very unfortunate for Ratcliffe. Not sure what happened to him. Let's see. I think that's an Aston Martin and Ferrari of Makiva side by side through the hairpin there. Hamilton moving up on Peel as well. Side by side for these two coming down, approaching Aqua Minerali. Hamilton with the inside line does get ahead. And Adam Jack and P9. It's going to be interesting to see what comes of that investigation, but from our angle, it might be safe to assume it might be a post-race time penalty, but we'll see. So he might not be in the points so far, but he's getting very close to Peel now, and on the pit straight might have a go, coming into the chicane, or he might have a go now, and he's spun. He's gone for a move down the inside of Miron Peel into that fourth to last corner, I think turn 16 it was. And he spanned with contact. Not sure whose fault that was. And Heisenveld now. Hawkins is up into P3. He's having a great time so far. Just got to hold it together for these final 2 laps. And Heisenveld very, very close to Hawkins, applying a lot of pressure, trying to force him into a mistake. But of course, you've got to remember, Heisenveld's on the mediums, the old mediums. So this last lap, he might come back into contention as the softs drop off. But that remains to be seen. Peel now, still trying to close down on Hamidir. Archie Britton going a little bit wide on that corner there. He doesn't want to be picking up any penalties now, that's for sure. And Peel really good through that chicane, right on the bumper of Hamidir. I'm sure we'll see an attempt on the pit straight maybe, and both Adam, Jack and Ratcliffe picking up 3 seconds. Both of them at the back as well. DRS is now enabled for this final lap. It's a final lap shootout. Let's see what happens. Fox Johnson is out of DRS of Bobo behind, so he's looking pretty comfortable. Hawkins has to worry about the Mercedes behind him. And Ratcliffe's retired. I think he's just had enough. I don't think that's a crash or spin. He's coming to the pit lane to retire. That's enough for him. His favourite track has not gone how he was hoping it for. Very, very unfortunate for him. I do feel sorry for him. He has a lot of pace, not just around this track, but especially around this track. So, unfortunate for him. That's going to be P14 for him. But we move on. Hamidir still trying to chase down Archie Britton now. Will be saying my name right, Vicari. Mate, I've got it locked down. Don't you worry about it. Another yellow flag sector 1, I think. Connor's
Connor's car glitched, but yeah, his car's gone now.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
As the spin is sector 3, but as Fox Johnson comes through the penultimate corner, and looks like Fox Johnson's going to be winning the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, followed by Bobo. Looks like he's going to drop down to 3rd though. But 4G Hawkins takes 2nd place, and Bobo takes 3rd. Followed by Halsey in 4th, Britton 5th, Peel 6th, Dewsveld 7th, Weinberg 8th, McKeever 9th, Davidson 10th, Hamday 11th, Jolly 12th, and Adam Jackson taking the last spot on the grid, who is not DNF with 13th.
Wow. Well, it was a quiet race at the start, but that end was pretty eventful. A big congratulations to Fox Johnson. Back-to-back win for him, and he is by far going to be leading the WDC now. But let's see if... let me just record these finishing positions. And so, as it stands, with the penalties, assuming no more get added or removed, Hawkins has had a great race. He's in P2. That's great news for me. And 3 bits from Vicari. Thank you very, very much. Very appreciated. And Vicari, I said it right, just for you. Just for the bits. Alright, well, let's see if we can get some drivers in for an interview.
There is a driver of the day poll up. Honestly, it's only the top, or the drivers need to finish in the top 5, but if you wish to vote, go ahead.
Alright, Sam, so I think we need to head... Beautiful. Alright, well, let's see if Alex is here. I think he is. Let's get him up here. Not sure where Sam's gone, but I'm sure he'll join us. Hello. Congratulations, another win.
Oh, thank you.
Back to back. You got to be feeling good about that.
I'm so happy. Hats off to Dirk. Hats off to the entire team. They did a fantastic job. First safety car. wasn't ideal. But I tried to repay the favour with holding the guys up behind so Dirk could get past. Yeah, Dirk, I reckon he can get his penalty removed, so hopefully we can get a double podium. But last week, AlphaTauri didn't like us getting that win, so we thought, why not get it cleanly this time? So, hey ho.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll take
Mercedes, like you're saying, if Dirk can get his penalty removed, a very, very strong result for Mercedes. And AlphaTauri not doing as well as last week. Peel coming home in P6, but still some decent points. Is Dirk here? Should we get him up? Let's get the Mercedes team up. There's quite a few of you.
Hey.
Oh, there's a lot of Mercedes guys. Oh my god.
Oh, evening, lads.
Oh, there's so many.
I know
Oh,
it's
Christ.
nice, starting.
Is this the entire Mercedes team?
Possibly.
Yeah,
maybe.
Wow. Well, I mean, how are our general thoughts after that, guys? How are we feeling?
Karma.
Great. And yeah, karma.
Karma. Oh dear.
Everybody was a little bit angry after last week and how AlphaTauri were kind of complaining a lot. So this felt really good. This was probably one of the best races I've seen from a team in league racing.
Wow. Well, let's.
yeah. I mean, I'm very, very happy, and yeah, just happy for the team. I think they did a fantastic job, especially Chappers and Spikey, the two engineers. They did absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I think brilliant team effort, and if Dirk can get his penalty removed, that'll be a fantastic result.
Just be the icing on the cake, really, innit?
It will.
Dirk,
This
how-
also means we might get an Alex Fox Johnson shoe, so even better.
Oh no, it does mean we.
Oh,
you
no,
get
you said, come on, hurry up,
Oh,
hurry up.
dear.
You said.
Don't be like
Oh,
this,
Alex.
man.
I won't do it on stream. I won't do it on
Alright.
stream.
I'll-
You don't
I'll
know on
let-
stream, but like record it and put it in Gen Chat at least.
I'll let you
It's a
guys
start, we
get
need
to
it.
that then.
I want to
Thank.
add one thing. It was so nice, we had to do it twice.
That's shit, we have to
All right. Well, I'll let you guys get on, but thanks for coming up,
Thank you.
and congratulations again.
Just sharpen us all will.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, cheers. Cheers.
All right. Let's get our P2 driver up here, and
Hello.
how are we doing? P2. It must feel good.
No.
No. Oh no.
Very annoyed actually. The Mercedes drivers today not very clean at all, and we are going to be putting in reports. There was a lot of naughty driving. Could have been possibly a P1 today. So I'm not impressed at all. Especially after last week as well. Like, not so good. I mean, both me and Jacob agreed that it's not good. Very not happy.
Interesting. Well, aside from the investigations, well, pending investigations, I mean, it looked like a pretty strong race from you. Strong qualifying, strong race, and I mean, it may well have possibly been a P1, but P2 is certainly not bad by any means.
No, it's not bad, but having one of the Mercedes drivers take off your front wing and like all the dirty stuff that's happening, it just makes it sour when you compete too. Like, it should be a good result, but it's not. It doesn't feel good at all. So we are going to obviously put investigations because it's not okay. But no, it's very sour indeed.
Well, yeah, I can appreciate that feeling, but hopefully there are a few positives to take away today, too. Well, thank you, 4G, for coming up, and I'll be sure to speak to you later.
Bye.
All right, our P3 finisher, Bobo. Here's Bobo. Here. I don't think Bobo is here. So we'll open up the floor. I think Britain was the first to put his hand up.
Oh, and
Oh, hello.
Hello, how's it going?
It's going good, thanks. How are you?
Not too bad. I mean, a pretty eventful race for you today. It seemed like you're getting involved in a lot of battles with a few different drivers. and P5. So a very, very good result. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good, thanks. Had many battles, and a lot of them were super clean, which is great to have in a race. Coming from P12, all the way up to P5 always feels good.
Yeah, P12. Yeah, making up 7 positions. So great. And to be honest, I doubted you at first, Britain, because I saw you were the only driver to choose softs, and I thought, me and Sam, we thought that was a questionable decision, but obviously it's paid off for you.
Yeah, it's paid off well. I went with the soft, so I tried to attack more at the start. And in the end, I just got caught up in the train, and I ended up boxing maybe 2 laps early, but it worked out in the end.
It did work out indeed. Well, is there any other Red Bulls who want to come up? Vakari does want to come up. Vakari, how are you doing?
Good.
Were you,
Better now.
were you as engineer for the race?
No, I was just watching it, but
Oh, you were just watching it. Fair enough. Do you have any comments about the race, Vakari?
Yes. Well, good job, Archie.
Oh, thank you.
And good job, Archie.
Thanks.
All right.
Very wise words.
Wise.
All right. Well, thank you both for coming up, and I think we'll have our final interview now with.
I believe Howes
Peel.
wants to come up as well.
Oh, Howsey wants to come up too. All right. Well, we'll let Howsey come up first then. All right. Thank you, Red Bull drivers.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, I'd just like to say that was the most surprising race I've ever done. Because entering the race, I thought, I don't think I'm going to do very well. Because from everything I've practiced and what I've heard, is that I'm going to be a bit off the pace. But I put in a second quali lap, and I was like, I didn't know what happened because I got second. I moved down to 5th. It was a good quali, and then the race, yeah. The last few laps, I could have put more pace in, but I just wanted to bring it home, to be honest. And defending from Britain was quite fun, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, P4, very, very solid result. Good points for the team. And also double points for Haas as well. So some needed points in Tier 1, I believe.
Yeah, very needed. I'll be bringing some more next week, hopefully. But anyway, yeah.
Alrighty, well, anything else you wanna talk about?
No, not really. I mean, clean racing from I saw, but I'm glad to hear that Forgy said there's a Mercedes being dirty, because I'll move up some positions.
Oh yeah, we'll wait to see what comes of that. But thank you very much, Max.
Right, yep.
And I'll speak to you later.
See ya.
Alright, final interview for today. Peel, come on up.
Hello.
How are you feeling?
Yeah. P6 in the end, it's a good result, but yeah.
So what do you think? I mean, like you say, P6 is good. So, but I mean, not a great qualifying from you. It seems P10.
Yeah, my first lap was not so good, and then the other 2 laps, one I got traffic and invalidate, and the last lap also invalidate.
So you just had to kind of go off your first lap.
And yeah, and in the race, good start was P2 after the safety car. Then I got damage and won.
How did you get that damage?
Yeah, I need to look at it because I hit the back of the Mercedes. So yeah, I need to look at what happened there.
Okay. Well, obviously not quite the result that AlphaTauri wanted today, but there's still some good points nonetheless.
Yeah. Next race hopefully will be better.
Next race, exactly. Well, thank you very much, Peel, and I'll speak to you soon.
Yes.
Alrighty, well, I think we are going to be leaving it there then for this Tier 1 race. Make sure to join us on Sunday for the Tier 2 race, 5 p.m. BST. And Tier 2 never fails to deliver a great race. So, not saying that Tier 1 didn't today, just saying. Thank you to everyone as usual for driving, for engineering, Sam for commentating up here with me.
Welcome.
And we'll see you all very, very soon.
Bye, everyone.
Oh my god.